Hey guys, it's Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and this is going to be part 14 of the Crait MOC build series. I'm just looking like in the reflection of this camera, and I feel like you can just see an amazing vista of the entire Crait battle happening behind me right now. Part of that is influenced by the fact that I'm having to move closer and closer to the camera because we're building so much kind of in this direction, which means that I'm having to get closer this way, which means that I'm kind of moving out of the way of the MOC, and more of it is becoming visible on that side. But I think it looks pretty sweet just being able to see it from this view, this point, this perspective. But I digress. So this week, guys, we actually got a lot of work done. We worked on some craters over around the feet of the walkers. We also get a lot of salt work, and we fixed up some of the lines in the ground so they're going to look much smoother than they did before. And finally, you can kind of see right here next to my arm, started quite a bit of a turret design, and I'm actually really happy with it. So really excited to show that off to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the MOC, guys. Alright guys, we're going to start up here on this side of the MOC. So as you can see, we started building some craters in the ground next to the feet of the walkers, and those are really just meant to be areas where those lasers that were firing at them kind of missed and they hit the ground instead. So it gives this area a more, I don't know, battle aesthetic. So this, I feel, looks really good. We did a bunch of those cheese slopes in there. It's kind of recessed into the ground along with some plates and some 1x1 tiles. Garrett did those two over there next to the AT-AT walker, and I feel like it just adds so much to the MOC. Like before, like in these areas right in front of the walkers, it looked kind of plain, I guess, but now these add a lot more detail, makes it look like even more of a battle. So really happy with the way those things came out. Let me know what you guys think about that. I unfortunately did not get a chance to redo the footprints here, but that will be done. Have no fear, guys. Those are going to be fixed up. I'm going to make them offset so it looks more like a walking pattern from the walker like coming into frame over here into the MOC. So have no worries about that, guys. Next up, guys, is going to be the redone line section. So if you guys have any idea, previously, whenever we did these like diagonal sections right here that at like a perfect 45-degree angle, we had those like these wedge plates right here, the 4x4s, but the issue is that the edges didn't line up perfectly, so there were like these weird gaps that were left in there. So I found out this new piece. Actually, I can't say I found it. Someone on Flickr sent me some information on this new piece that Lego just released this year. It took me forever to like hunt it down, and I found out it was only in one set. And the issue was that no one on Bricklink even had them yet, but like I found a seller finally who I guess in Germany had a bunch of them, and then a bunch of sellers in Germany started popping up with them, so I was able to purchase a pretty big batch of them, and I feel like it really helped in smoothing out these lines. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's this piece right here. It's this like wedge tile, so it's basically a 2x2 tile, but like a diagonal line cut straight through it, and it does wonders for this MOC. So I feel like it's great because not only do we get these more straight line sections, see the lines just look so much more clean, but then also it's not like we don't have to have like a big 4x4 section in order to do it, so we can have these like line details come a little bit closer up to the red line that's left into the MOC. So all in all, guys, I'm so excited about the way these lines look now. They all look so clean and crisp. They really give the effect that we were looking for. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to clear off some of these ships, and I'm going to give you guys a better look at what these lines actually look like. Okay, so one of the most annoying things about working on this MOC is having to reach across these two tables and grab like the dirt section over there that's kicked up, as well as the ski speeder that sits over there. It's never an easy feat, so I'm going to be pretty excited whenever we move this thing into an area where I can actually access all four sides of the MOC at once. But anyways, this is what the lines are looking like, guys. See, especially this one, this long 45-degree line. It just looks so much more clean now. I also love the way it interacts with that line, straight line that goes across there. But yeah, I think all in all, this just adds so much to the MOC. Of course, let me know what you guys think about this. These lines are probably one of my favorite parts of the MOC, so it's nice to have them, you know, nailed down in a complete way that I feel is just, it looks so polished, looks so clean, looks exactly like the way I'd want them to look. In fact, I mentioned it earlier, that ship was just so far away, I didn't want to even bother moving it, because that's actually like the most difficult ship to place on this MOC as it is right now. So I'm going to leave that guy alone. But yeah, that's what these are looking like, guys. Now let's move on to the main event of the video. And here, guys, we have finally started the turret on Crait. This thing is such an interesting shape. In fact, that's kind of why I stopped building around here. I had to take a little break from it. It was kind of difficult to figure out those shapes. It's gonna happen at some point, but I just wanted to get enough of it built to be able to see how it interacts with the rest of the MOC, make sure that it was the right size for the trenches, and also make sure that I had all the pieces I needed. So after kind of working on it for a little bit, I know what I need to order, and we're going to be able to progress forward with it. So one thing I'm really happy with is that I was able to actually put in these like trapezoidal windows right here. So there's the correct amount. They're obviously not in the right color, but they are there. So that was really nice to be able to do. And then also just some exterior details like those. There's a lot of like piping and stuff that kind of goes around on this turret. So gonna have to get a lot of flex tubing to be able to replicate that. The door I feel looks pretty nice as well. It's a good height, and it's kind of cool. You can actually see straight through it, which is exactly how it should be. So you can see, the guys on the other side of the turret and the trenches. Looks really good. Eventually, we're actually going to have to like add some details on the inside of that. I believe what we're just going to do is put like a fake door on that side. This side will just be a wall, and we'll probably throw in like some crates and stuff like that. No pun intended, but yeah, just some things to make it look like an actual bunker slash turret thing. So the scale I feel is really good. I think it looks pretty close to what it should be. Just to put it in perspective for you guys, this is the one from the Lego set, and it looks pretty puny compared to the one that we're going to be building for this MOC. So all in all, I think it works well with like our big walkers over there. We didn't want to have it undersized with such a giant walker over there. So I think we've done a pretty good job kind of fixing this up, and we're going to proceed forward with it. So just in case you guys didn't know, we're going to have two of these in the MOC, except for on that side, it's going to be just blown up. It's going to be smoked out. It's going to be on fire. Just to kind of, differentiate it a little bit and have a more battle damaged looking turret. So that is going to be the case with that one. And then also one of the things I did want to highlight is now we're actually able to replicate the scene where Poe parks his ski speeder, hops out, runs, slides into the trenches, and then he would exit back to the base through that door. So kind of in line with what we did for the Scarif MOC, we're trying to make this thing work, as logically as possible, be as close to the movie as possible, and basically just have you be able to reimagine all the scenes happening and playing out right in front of you in this MOC. So guys, let me know what you think about this turret design so far. Obviously the top half of it is not finished. It's still in its prototyping phases. A lot of the colors are wrong on it. They're gonna have to be replaced with the correct colors. Probably also gonna add some weathering effects in here where like the paint has chipped off, so the light gray is gonna be exposed. I think that'll make it look really good as well. And then one of the other things is this thing is actually going to have a full interior. So Garrett and I are going to work out a full interior to put into this. I believe it's going to have 3 levels. So like this bottom level, there's going to be a level in here. And there's going to be like a top level. I don't have it built yet, but it'll basically be in here where those troops can stand and like see to the outside. But I've kind of built it to where you can like peel this off. So let me see if I can do this on camera. Oh, there I go breaking stuff. But yeah, so it's kind of built so you can like remove all the sections. So the levels will be fully accessible, and you'll be able to see the full interior. I think we're gonna have like a ladder just kind of go up through the back through the entirety of the like turret. So it's kind of make sense of how people in the Lego world would access the upper levels. And just to kind of give you guys a pulled back view of what this all looks like. So this is this is the Battle of Crait. We got the ATM-6 on this side, and he is looking at that turret on that side. I think having that there makes such a big difference in the MOC. Before it was just kind of like, grays, whites, and reds, and that was pretty much it. But now we got something to kind of break up the monotony of the color. Got that light gray and that orange, and it's also just nice to have something to look at on that side of the battlefield. Previously, everything interesting was kind of happening on this side, but now like you're able to see both sides of the battle, so you can see the First Order marching in to attack the Resistance. So I think this is really coming out well. This is probably my favorite view of the MOC right now so far, just because you're able to see the ATM-6 staring down that turret over there. Wonder who's going to win. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to finish up the video this week. Just want to give you another view of the MOC from this side. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the final part of the video. And that's going to finish up this week's update, guys. Of course, let us know what you think in the comment section. I'm actually really happy that we finally are starting to give a more clear view of what those lines are going to look like. I feel like those wedge tiles, I guess, did a really good job in cleaning them up, making them look much more neat. And I think all in all, it just makes the biggest difference in the world when it comes to the MOC. Next week, we're going to be hopefully finishing up 2 more trench sections. I would like for us to just cap off this section and then take a base plate each and just do our own like trench sections at once, so we can just finally finish up this row of trenches, and then we can start progressing on to the cave section. So right now, our tentative schedule for next week is we're going to do a live stream on Thursday evening. So we don't have a set time yet, but once we do that, I'm sure I'll announce it in a video rolling out sometime this week. So you guys will definitely want to tune in for that. And I'm enjoying the way the MOC is going, guys. I feel like more and more it's starting to look like an actual battle. I'm able to get some pretty cool pictures of like the trenches with like walkers in the distance from this side of the MOC. So really happy with the way this thing is going. But that's going to finish up the video today, guys. Of course, like I always say, if you like what we do, go ahead, support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, and we'll be back again very soon with some more great content. Thank you all for watching.